Good morning, good evening, and good night to you, wherever you are around the world. We are back with some more Dragon based content, guys, and we're going to be doing some collapse content and possibly some Library of Fate. If I can't fit it all in here, then we'll fit the rest of Library later. But I got some responses from my last video about trying to figure out a team, and then I got some cool suggestions. So I've already beaten the invasion one twice already, so we'll get to that here in a minute. Local live is great. Quickly before we jump into it, we're going to do our events. So make sure you're doing your Netherworld Dungeon Clear event. We're on the third week, so make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're doing your Atlas Treasure Hunt. Again, I made some helpful suggestions of what you could get at the end. It's going to be hard to know what you get at the end, but you may get the crystal like flower and some rubies and some other stuff possibly. Make sure you you get that as quick as possible. It won't be here for too much longer. Your trace investigations, make sure you're doing that. I'm happy to see this. We're going to get some more rewards because we definitely do need this so we can do more with Kalarina and get her to where she needs to get to. And then obviously my favorite event of all, I've talked about this all the time, Jackpot event is by far one of the best events, period. By far one of the best. Don't open up your money to this game if you don't. You can. I recommend you don't, but you get a lot of resources here. We get rubies, we get stuff from Kalarina, and then we get pages, we get origin crystals, we get summons, and then obviously the 3 heroes here that we get, hero cards 4. So that is so awesome that we have that. Make sure you're partaking in everything. Make sure you're doing your weeklies as they always reset. So make sure you're constantly getting into that. Your guide missions, obviously, they may not reset. I'm not sure. I'll be finishing this eventually. And your galaxy missions as well. So make sure you're doing that. Also, make sure you're mining a bunch. I know with your heroes being not as strong, you may not get to mine as much. I got a lot from mining this time. I was very active mining. So make sure you are doing your mining and stuff like that, so you're not getting left behind when it comes to your mining, because it's very important for your resource wise. And then Path of the Forest, make sure you're doing that. I finished the story, obviously, because the new hero is coming out in, let's see. The new hero comes out tomorrow, I believe, or the day after that. So, yeah. So you generally finish that by the time the new hero comes out. So I will be doing a video about that, obviously, and getting it like I normally do. But yeah, let's go to the content. It's gonna be collapse, and it's gonna be. I did use some of these. As you see, I got the 2 here for the invasion here. So this is the team that I'm using. So I do have a little bit of damage, which is my mage here, and then the new hero, which is also very important for this. I did get mentions about that, and then obviously Grim Odin. But I'm also using my 3rd impact here, and then my healer. You don't need a healer. So my comments said I didn't really need one. I can go through all of it, but I will be different teams work for different people. So I'm going to be kind of meshing out different teams. One of my comments said I'm on the 3rd one, so I am way weaker than your team. So I'm going to see what these guys can do. I like using a healer still, and it's not even about using a healer. She's only here just for her revival effect. You can do the same thing with Camille, but the fact that I'm always going to have that barrier there because she's very important for the barrier. Same thing with Blapactra. Same thing with her. You don't really need her for the healing. You need her for the reviving. So that's why I have her here. And we're going to see if we can get through this. I have damage. I have her. I mean, I don't know why I put the damage in there. I guess for the power aspect of it. So, I mean, if all else fails, I'll cut her for somebody else. I thought about putting in, you see why I have her here, because she just died. So I want to be able to keep all my heroes around. That healing does kind of help. The shields and stuff like that helps too. If I do if I do need like more defense, I'm gonna put what's her face in. Hold on. Okay, so that's what, the 3rd one, 2nd one. So yeah, so I did clear that. We are going to be. I thought I just passed that. Hold on, let's go back to. Didn't I just pass that? I thought I just did the challenge. Um, that was odd. Her. I'll be putting her in if I need to take out her because she also has the vulnerable ability to keep her team alive. That is on her super, not her super, her signature skill. So yeah, we're definitely going to be trying to implement that if need be. But yeah, she also provides a shield. You know, my third impact here, not the healer, my paladin ish. She provides a heal plus her shielding as well. Obviously, Odin provides something similar to that, and then obviously the new hero provides that for as well for her limit break. So, and then the healing is just helpful. I mean, don't really have to have one. I have her for the revival effect again, so kind of important to have that. I like trying different strats. You can probably like brute force through this, probably depending on what team you use. Definitely want them to be strong at least. So we're going to try to get through this. Assy, she died again, so now I don't have a healer. So now we're going to see how this goes because, you know, the vulnerability show's popping off here, which is awesome. And then we got through it there. So let's go to the next one and see what happens. So thank you for the guys in the comments for helping me out here. I was eventually going to use tanks. Eventually, I just didn't know what setup I wanted to use. So yeah, we're definitely going to be trying to do that. I may end up fitting library in a different video. So that's going to be next content. Going through 100 the first 100 floor, not the second 100 floor, fifth, because I can't do 6. I'm not at 23 million power yet. So, and yeah, obviously the new hero was definitely going to be on my to-do list to put on my team when I started doing a tank setup. So I wasn't going to leave her out. Obviously, I did a video on her. I know how good she is. So, but I'm just trying this lineup. And as you can see here, the third impact healer is getting hit the most. That's kind of like what I wanted to. I wanted them to kind of focus on her because you see everybody else is well alive and well, getting shields, getting extra shields and stuff like that, which is pretty good. So this is just my setup. I'm going to keep going, and it's going to get harder. Like I'm going to do the next tier. The other one that I didn't finish, I'm not gonna record that one. I'm just going to kind of go ahead and go through it off camera because I mean, you can easily kind of get through that one. This one's the most challenging one, so I'm going to do the other one off camera. I'm going to be going through my shoes and stuff like that and getting that done. So, yeah, you don't really have to have damage here. I just kind of threw her for the power aspect. I mean, she is my strongest hero out of all my heroes in the game. So I just kind of put her here to kind of shave that extra power that may be needed, may not be needed. I don't know. But as you see, my healer got down early, so we're going to see how this works. We got the vulnerability shield jumping off. My third impact healer, my tank here is about to throw off her shield right there. Kind of helping out here, get the vulnerability shield going on after her signature skill. Odin's going to start getting up there as well, and then we're slowly resetting to do it again. So this is all about surviving and all about doing damage, and as you see there. So we're going to exit dungeon real quick and kind of see where we are. So we're at the 4th. So we're going to go up. How many do I have left? I have 14. Got to have rubies here. And we're going to keep going. But yeah, as far as like resources like that, make sure you're being active. So get all your resources, save all your resources, use them. I have a lot of origin crystals that I'm going to be using pretty soon. I did use some of them. Make sure you are grinding and getting those. Like when you're mining, depending on where you are in the game, I've mentioned this before. If you're a beginner, just mine for everything you can mine. If you're like a mid-tier person in this game, you've been playing for a little bit, try to focus more on like your ruins, stuff like that. So you can focus on that stuff. Try to focus on ruins. Try to focus on your origin crystals. Try to focus on your fragmented memories. Try to focus on that stuff. That's going to help you out a lot. Your gold, you can focus on that too. Try to focus on that. You can focus on your red souls, not your red souls, your gold souls, or your blue souls. Your gold souls are going to help you get your raws. They take a lot. They take a lot. So it's kind of like a own separate project. As you're a veteran, basically do what you want. You really don't really need my help. Whatever you're trying to focus on, just focus on that. Like if you're at a point to where you don't know what to really do, if you haven't finished your ruins, definitely finish those. Start preparing for the new hero after a certain point. Make sure you get your armor sets up and stuff like that. Same thing for like your mid-tier players. Make sure you're grinding a lot of Odyssey attacking team, because you do get a lot of resources from that. So make sure you're actively doing that. Try not to miss any days if possible. You can miss one and still be fine, but don't miss two, because you won't be able to get a lot of resources and you won't be able to make it to the last dungeon as well. You can do the one that has the red gear, but the ulti gear you won't get to. And you probably won't be strong enough to do that anyways, because you've already missed out on so much and don't have enough resources to begin with. I can't even get through that point yet. My team is just not strong enough yet, which, it doesn't really bother me that much. This is a stepping stone game. It's a process. It takes a long time to get through a lot of stuff unless you just get really lucky. So that's just kind of like your stepping stone and trying to get that done. So, but yeah, just take it one day at a time. Mine is going to be your best friend. Make sure you're doing your events all the time. And power, when it comes to like powering up your heroes, don't power them up immediately. I had a person on comment was curious to know, hey, should I stack my hero cards or should I use them? Personally, how I've been playing, because I'm very observant of this game, you should save your heroes. I normally power up my heroes twice a year, or sometimes not even in a year, because I can get through a lot of the content already. The only content I can't get through now is whatever else level 2 content, not content, collapse, level 2 of that. I don't know if I can get through it yet. I may not, I may can. That's why I'm kind of saying that. The Tower Phantom, I'll figure out a team for that, because most of the time you just have to get stronger. So there's very little content I cannot get through. And with that being said, I normally just save up my cards. Like I don't really power up very often. That's kind of where we can stop. All right, so I'm at stage 7. So I did 2 earlier, and then you see me do 3 through here. So I'll definitely be doing more of that soon. And I only got a few minutes left, so I will not be doing Library of Fate in this video, but the next one I will be. So as you see my team set up there, as I showed, I rock with that because I don't know how hard they're gonna get, because there's 10 different stages of this. So, and then, the seal, I will not be showing this. I'll just finish it after I do this one. I will be showing the rest of this. I'll save up my shoes to do so. We're going to be farming for shoes and getting that done for you guys. But as you see, my power here is almost 8.7. And this is the team that I chose. So I like this team. Again, the damage for her is kind of really needed. It's kind of just there, just to be there. But yeah, as you see here, I got basically 3 paladins and a healer after that. And then they all kind of bounce up with each other. And before, again, if I don't want her, then I would put her in, because I believe her limit break provides you with like a shield and vulnerability and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. Let me go to it and check out hers real fast, because I know one of her abilities provided, like her passive or her ultimate or something, that helps out. It says cast shield guard on all allies 10th phase for 6.4 seconds. Yeah. And then it increases ally. So shield guard effect. Yeah, the vulnerability designer shield. Shield guard effect 1, increased magic attack for all allies, which doesn't matter. 7th phase designer shield effect 2, increased receive magic damage for all allies. So yeah, so all that doesn't matter. It's just a shield part. It's the only thing that matters you're going to need, and you don't have to play her. She's not really needed in that aspect, but it's just something that is very useful when it comes to that. But that's what I thought about adding if anything else fails, because you're just trying to survive. I don't need him. He does have a lot of buffs he can kind of throw at the team, but these are all, just they're tanks, they're paladins. So you really don't really have to have that for the most part. So Everybody's going to have a different team that's going to help them. This is just the team that I'm rocking with. I'm going to rock them all the way to the end. I haven't had any issues yet. The only person died, which is Reaper. So we're definitely not really going to worry about this too much. But anyways, guys, as always, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope this helped out. Thank you for the guys in the comments for helping me figure out what team I should use. Not the whole entire team. This is the team that I'm rocking, and then we're going to keep going through this, and then we'll keep posting content. I'm going to do Library of Fate next. But until next time, guys, I'll see you for the next one, guys. Peace.